Hello and welcome to the pre-market update from Nirmal. I'm Dadia. Asian markets have been trading pretty much mixed right now. If you see mainland Chinese stocks, they have dipped in early trade, whereas in Japan there has been a slight turnaround that we've been witnessing after we opened in the negative. Clearly, US markets have been important. It's almost fallen around 0.1% in terms of Dow after giving up almost a 900 point surge that we saw during the day. S&P 500 ended with cuts of 0.2% again after being up for almost 3%, whereas Nasdaq ended with cuts of 0.3%. Interestingly, you have European markets which ended higher, and one reason over there coming in is that there is some bit of containment, at least what media agencies are reporting, in the number of cases plus the number of deaths. So that's something which is happening in European markets. The 10-year treasury yield also has dropped now back above that 0.7% mark. Very quickly in terms of crude, now oversupply concerns is something which is actually outweighing hopes for a global production cut. So the OPEC plus meeting is going to be crucial. Overnight, you did see WTI which ended with cuts of almost 9.5%. Brent ended with cuts of around 3.5%. And US crude stockpiles is something which has been rising as well. On the precious metal front, now gold has eased, but that's only on the back of a firmer dollar. Still, gold has been taken as one of the major ones with regards to be a safe haven. Palladium has been up in trade, platinum has slipped, whereas silver has slipped as well. So overall, there is that pressure coming in on the precious metals front. Taking into consideration the FI-DI activity, after two consecutive sessions of sell, FIs again have been buyers today, whereas DIIs continue to remain buyers. SGX Nifty overall is indicating a negative start. We are seeing levels of almost around 8,700 on SGX Nifty. And if you see benchmark indices, after strong gains is what we've seen after the two consecutive sessions of losses that we saw. A broad-based rally, again, majority of the sectors that ended in the positive, and mainly it was the private banks as well as the auto counters. Now, on the F&O side as well, if you go to see, there is some bit of relief that's coming in for the bulls. The maximum open interest on the call side is seen at levels of around 9,000, whereas on the put side at around 8,000. Clearly, if you go to see, the put call ratio is at around 1.45 versus a 1.18, and Bank Nifty April futures have opened, the open interest has risen by almost 2%. So we will have to watch out for this pretty closely, because again, on the technical front, a gap down opening is what could be indicated, plus SGX Nifty is also indicating the same. We could continue to see selling pressure during the day, taking COVID-19 cases in India into consideration, because strong resistance is seen at levels of 8,840 first, and then at the second point it's 9,050. Again, strong support coming in at 8,670 on the lower side. But if we break this level or move below 8670, we may extend Nifty's rally towards 8440 to 8190 on the downside. So we would advise everyone to maintain that cautiousness. Major long positions should be avoided, and everyone really needs to trade with strict stop losses. On the Bank Nifty front as well, there's immediate support at 18,790 levels, and resistance is seen at 19,660 and 20,120 levels. So overall, these are crucial levels that we will be watching out for in trade as we speak. But overall, on the derivative front as well, as we've been talking right now, clearly FIs have been buyers in the cash, on the cash side. They've been net buyers in the index futures as well. VIX has come down by 6% to close at around 51. It did touch an intraday high of say around 55. So overall, we have to keep our eyes and ears open right now, because again, high open interest built up to see at 9,000 strike call and 8,000 strike put. So again, a flattish note, a weakness is something that we could be seeing, and the best is to remain range bound during the day in terms of where markets go. Clearly, in terms of stock specific action, let's quickly understand which are the newsmakers of the day as we speak. To start off with, firstly, you have Aurobindo Pharma. There could be a negative reaction. They are facing a class action suit in US for concealing information about a cancer-causing agent that was present in metformin medicine. SBI has reduced MCLR by 35 basis points across all tenors. Deepak Nitrite has received the approval to commence production of its 2-ethyl hexyl nitrite plants. Embassy Office Park REITs will be in focus. Galaxy Surfactants have partially resumed operations for one of its plants. UBS has bought stock worth 197 crores in IndusInd Bank, so watch out for that one. Adani Green continues to remain in focus on the back of the JV that they've formed with Total SA. JSW Energy has got the CCI approval for acquisition of GMR Kamalanga Energy, so watch out for this one. And Vedanta, the production has fallen, so there could be some bit of a reaction coming on this one as well. So overall, a lot of stock specific action. We need to be cautious in trade, and on the technical front, a gap down opening, there could be selling pressure during the day. That's all that we have in the pre-market update. In fact, for more updates, you could follow us on our YouTube channel, like our Facebook page, Twitter and Instagram, and you will get constant updates during the day. Thank you.